The following content is not meant for children. Hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Aelix's Stellaris Empires. And today we're looking at something very close to my heart, one of those early adopters, the growth. Now, for those of you who don't know, Paradox Games loves to put out a complete game, and then over time release add-on packs, which are, some are good, some are bad, most are good, but take your pick. And the very first expansion I got was the Plantoid pack, because I didn't realize how awesome Utopia would be. But regardless, this was my first attempt at a Plantoid and a hive mind, and it turned out so good. So today I'm going to share the growth. This was not the original build I had way back when. I've learned a lot since then, and I think it's gotten a lot better. So, first off, as I said before, this is a Plantoid species, and I went with the Audrey 2 look because, well, who doesn't love a thing called the growth, and it looks like this. Feed me, Seymour! Feed me! And it does eat. It eats a lot. Though it's not an all-consuming thing like one of my other races. But, regardless, the growth and Plantoid. Moving on. Species growth, plural growths, adjective growth. I didn't write a biography because this is really self-evident and it was really simple, and I was not creative enough at the time. Plus the trick of talking of multiple things as a unit I used in another race, so I just let the homeworld one pop it in there for me. Alright, Plantoid 1, because the fleet names are really cool, and other things, you know, Rhizome of Honeydew, Trunk of Nukamus Gilzang. It's just the right level of silliness for this. I love it. And now for some hard, crunchy things, the traits. Rapid breeders, because population is strength. They're hive-minded, which we'll cover when we get down to the civics. Adaptive, because we want them to grow, and grow they will. Natural sociologists, kind of important because I want to go for the biological and world-shaping ascendant paths. And this really helps for those. And the hive-minded will as well, but we'll see that. Sedentary, because we grow and are plants, I figured the whole, once you're on a world, you tend not to leave that world is fine. But if you've been specifically, you know, sent to colonize, that's something else. But yeah, this also helps keep things manageable. And if you really need to move things around, that cost is not too terrible. And I went with repugnant. Wait, I thought I replaced repugnant. No. I went with repugnant because we get a bonus to amenities from other places, so it's not actually that bad. Moving on. I went with the wet tropical world. Hello. There are others that might also work, but the tropical world just works the best. I mean, you have these towering growths, and then you have your buildings built in. It's just beautiful. The homeworld I went with is the Viridian origin, because I like the name Viridian, and the star name Viridia. And if there were green stars, they would have one, so it really, that at this point doesn't really matter. It's kind of nice. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a... Here, now they're part of Deneb. Ha ha ha. Because this isn't really all that special, but Deneb is fine enough for me. City appearance, Plantoid City, obviously. And, you know, this is going whole hog into Plantoid. It's also to make the most out of that pack. Alright, so for origins, we went all the way down to the Tree of Life. Now, as far as origins go, this is not the most strongest origin. However, the bonuses it does give for this kind of thing is really nice. And all you have to be is a hive mind that is not a devouring swarm, because they would have eaten it. Alright, now to the civics and government and all that fun stuff. Obviously, we are a hive mind. Pop growth speed plus 25%. The rapid breeders makes it great, and the Empire Sprawl penalty is even more better. Gestalt Consciousness, War Exhaustion, minus 20%, Monthly Influence plus 1, that's really helpful. Ah! No, what's... How did I mess this up? Ah, there we go. Clicking on random things. A thing I excel at. Alright, and then for the civics I went with One Mind, because of the monthly unity, which is really important if you're going to go for an ascendancy victory. And then Subsumed Will, Empire Sprawl from Pops minus 20% on top of the, oh no, that's the penalty. So yeah, we're going to get that penalty less, especially since we're going to have so many Pops. Later, this ascetic will be key. With more habitability and more Pop amenities, it is, arguably better to do this first than Subsumed Will, but I find that early the sprawl is you don't want to hobble yourself by getting your sprawl penalty early on, so this helps not get the sprawl penalty sooner, and then later when we get the tech, which is a green tech, so it's something we excel at, ascetic is even better. So yeah, there are other things. I mean, if you want to do diplomacy, you do empath, research alternatives, and unemployed things also make research also good. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff, but the main thing is going to be One Mind, and the leaders are less likely to gain any traits. I forgot to mention that. Also good. Subsumed Will and ascetic. Those three are going to be your key. Just no reason not to get One Mind at first. Subsumed Will is better off in the beginning than later, though later it certainly helps when you have a huge sprawling empire, and then ascetic will help with that habitability and Pop amenities. And another reason to wait for later is if you have the habitability +5 later, you can always populate planets that were not as habitable later. Now, moving on. Advisor voice, Hive Mind, of course.
The self is a prison from which only we have escaped.
Nice.
We are one. We are all. Our unity cannot be divided.
No, it cannot. And it's going to be, unity is going to be growing greatly thanks to that civic. Empire name, The Growth, adjective, growth. And I went for a flag that is, the flat color. So primary color is this dark green. Secondary color, I went with light green in case it mattered. Black also works, but light green works better. And I went with the zoological kind of beehive thing. To me, it seems more... I know most people would consider that better for bees, but there really is no bees option. And for me, the interlocked units under a single thing, that speaks hive mind to me. I mean, let's go back to civics. And you have this, super asterisk. And this, 3 things. It's this but more. And there's one over in... Is it Legion? Yeah, that's even more complicated. But I think that's a bit too much, so that's why I went with the zoological one. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it's great. Ship appearance. Plantoid ships, and they look really good. I went with color variant 5 to add in a little bit of color, because, well, they're all, various shades of green and such. 5 has that pop of yellow that really helps stand out. And of course, room 7, it doesn't even have glass room, and plants growing everywhere, really just makes this perfect, in my opinion. I mean, you go through the other rooms and they're not this level of nice. And that is the growth. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this, and just keep in mind that they are just trying to go out and spread. The name kind of gives it away. With that being said, thank you all for joining me. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and of course check out the links down below for all the really good stuff. And I shall see you all next time.